Hello, everyone, and welcome back. Today, we talk about how serious teams grade their AI when there is no answer key, using a technique called LLM-as-a-Judge. Picture this. Your chatbot handles 10,000 customer questions a week. Some are great, some are subtly wrong, and no human has time to read all 10,000. So how do you know if your model got better or worse this week? In the next 6 minutes, we cover 3 things: the problem with grading generative AI, the framework called LLM-as-a-Judge, and the return on investment. Let's start with how teams grade AI today. The old playbook leans on metrics like BLEU and ROUGE, which compare your model's words to a reference answer word by word. Exact match just checks if the strings line up. These metrics were built for translation, not for open-ended chat or agents. A model can give a perfect answer using none of the reference words, and these metrics will mark it a failure. So teams fall back to humans. They hire reviewers, build spreadsheets, and skim samples to feel confident. Call it vibe-based engineering. Shipping because a few outputs looked good, not because anything was measured at scale. The frustrations stack up. Reviews take days. Rubrics drift between reviewers. And by the time the report lands, the model has already moved on. Now let's talk money, because manual evaluation is where the bill hides. A trained reviewer costs roughly $5 per careful judgment. These numbers are illustrative. To grade 10,000 chatbot answers each week, that is $50,000 a week, just to keep up. Annualized, that is more than $2.5 million on a process that still misses regressions and cannot run on every release. Meanwhile, your competitor ships 10 times faster because their grading runs in minutes. So here is the shift. The old way is human-only grading. Slow, expensive, inconsistent. The new way is LLM as a judge. You ask a strong language model to read the question, read the answer, and score it against a clear rubric, the way a teacher grades an essay. That is the aha moment. The same technology that writes the answers can also grade them, at a fraction of the cost. So what does this look like? A customer asks your bot how to cancel a subscription. The bot gives a friendly 3-step answer. A second model, the judge, reads the question and the answer, then scores it on accuracy, helpfulness, and tone. 8 out of 10. 2 sentences of reasoning attached. That same judge runs against 1,000 more answers in 10 minutes, for less than the cost of a team lunch. How does that actually work? 3 steps. Step 1. Write the rubric. A rubric is a short scoring guide, like accuracy 0 to 5 and helpfulness 0 to 5. Yes, writing it takes a few hours of thought. That upfront effort makes every later evaluation cheap and repeatable. Step 2. Pick the judging style. Reference-based compares the answer to a known good answer. Reference-free scores the answer on its own merits, which matters when no single right answer exists. Pairwise comparison shows the judge 2 answers and asks which is better, which often gives the cleanest signal. Step 3. Use chain-of-thought judging. The judge writes its reasoning before giving the score, the way a grader explains the grade in the margin. That one change makes scores far more stable and easier to audit. Now, scale that up. Take a RAG pipeline pulling answers from a company knowledge base. With a calibrated judge running on every prompt change, a team can grade 10,000 outputs a day for around $50 in model costs. The same volume that used to take 100 human hours a week, now done before lunch. Same product, same model. Just a scoreboard that runs on every release, not once a quarter. A quick reality check. LLM judges have real biases. Positional bias means the judge often prefers whichever answer it sees first. Verbosity bias means longer answers win, even when they say less. Self-preference bias means it may quietly favor outputs from its own model family. The fix is not to drop the technique. Ensemble multiple judges, swap answer order on each run, and calibrate against a small set of human-labeled examples once a month. Here is the takeaway. The teams that win the next wave of AI are not the ones who guess. They are the ones who grade 10,000 answers before breakfast and prove today's version beats last week's. Here is your challenge. Before your next AI release, write one rubric, set up an LLM-Judge, and run it on 100 real examples. Do not just launch it, audit it, measure it, gate it. Want more practical breakdowns like this? Subscribe for more. See you in the next one.